Hey guys, welcome to the start of a new YouTube series, Russian Fishing 4. Russian Fishing 4 is a new angling game that I've discovered. It's been released now for two and a half weeks, and I must say it is awesome. This game's got so much going on. We got night fishing, feeder fishing, bottom fishing. You can use boilies, you can use drop shot. Yeah, you got spinning, you can take a boat out, you can go trolling, all that kind of stuff. At the moment, the game is completely in Russian. They are working on a English and a German translation of the game, and ETA for both translations is about 2 months from now. But if you're like me and you can't wait to play the game, tag along, guys. I'll be learning the game as I go. I've got Google Translator because I don't speak Russian. There are some folks helping me out with translating the game as well. The basics at least, and stuff like that. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. So first up, we need to download the game. The game is currently not available at Steam. It will be available on Steam later on, but there's no ETA on it yet. Mind the game is currently also in beta, so it's not finished yet, but it's awesome and it is free to play. It's completely free to play. You do not need to invest any money to play this game. Also, you do not need to invest any money to, say, for instance, level up, unlock certain lates, unlock certain items. You can just get them as you play and as you progress in game. So, alright, having that said, first off, we need to download the game, and to do that, you go to their website, which is rf4game.ru/en, and of course en stands for English. This part of the website is in English, other parts of the website are not in English, but I'll tell you guys about it when we go to there. So here we are on the website where we can download it. First off, requirements. If we scroll down towards the bottom, here we got another download button and system requirements. We click on system requirements. Now this is in Russian. I can translate it quickly for you. So these are the minimal specs that you need. You need an Intel i3 2.5 GHz processor. You need a GTX 500 series video card. I can already tell you guys, I played this game at the start with GTX 770 2GB video card, and I could not play the game on very high settings. I actually had to go to the second to last lowest settings in order to play the game and keep the frames at a steady 30. The game is quite graphic heavy, so keep that in mind. I'm currently having a GTX 1050 Ti overclocked 4GB, and that runs the game very smooth. Not at the highest settings. They will be polishing the game. They will work on the frames as we go. But you do need quite a good graphic card in order to play this game at say medium settings. Alright, so 4GB of RAM, 20GB of hard drive space. You do need to play it at 2080 or up for on your video on your screen. Windows 7, 8, and 10, but you do need the 64-byte version. The 32 won't work, and then this means a stable internet connection. And then here we've got the preferred specs, so Intel i5 3 GHz, GTX 770, but as I said, you might need a bit higher to play it at, say, medium settings. 8GB of RAM, 20GB of disk space, 1922 1080, and 7, 8, or 10 64-bit, and this of course also same connection. Alright, so if you're sure, confident that you meet those requirements, all good, you can click that download button here below, or you can click on this one. But once you've done that, you're not done yet. What you need to do is you need to sign up. And at the moment, you can only sign up with a Gmail address or with a Google account. The reason for that is you'll be getting an activation mail, and for some reason, other email domains will not let that activation mail go through. It won't even get into your spam or into your junk folder. You just will not get the activation mail. So what you need to do is get yourself a Gmail address if you don't have one. Signing up for it is like 5 seconds and you're done. Sign up. Use the Gmail that you entered it. Click on the link in the activation mail that you get. You'll receive it within 5 minutes tops. I got mine in 30 seconds, so that was very good. Then you download the game. You get a nice icon on your desktop and stuff like that. Also, before I'll show you guys the game, I know you guys are very eager. Look at how it looks. It's amazing. There is so much going on in this game, and I simply do not have the time to make videos about everything in the upcoming, say, 2 to 3 days. So if you're already ahead of me, but you're not sure what to do, or you want to know what something means, obviously you can ask in chat. But if you on the website, if you go here, click on user guide, you will get to the user guide. Now, like I said, this part of the website unfortunately is only in Russian, but if you got Google Chrome, what you can do is you can translate the page. So let's translate it in English, from Russian to English. Translate it. Here we go. And there you are. So first you get a bit of an introduction to the game and stuff like that, and how to start, and then you get info about for instance, the status indicators, light experience, your compass navigation, so on and so forth. So your backpack, how to assemble a rod, all that kind of stuff. That is all explained in here. Skills, there's a skill tree, how to catch something, how to choose a rod, and so forth and so on. So read this to your heart's desire, and then go and do some fishing. So let's do that. Here we go. Had the wrong button. Pardon me for that one. Here we go. There we are. So this is the loading screen that you get once you start the game. Once you double click on the icon, you get this, and of course this is in Russian. Now if you do not understand, click on the cogwheel over there and then put it on Russian. There you go. Now you say game news. News currently doesn't work. Will be working later on. If you've got home, YouTube, I think, I'm not sure what that one is, Facebook, and also not sure what that one is, and then you press play button. Now I need to go back to OBS to change something in there, and you guys can already hear the sound of the game. See, there we go. So now we are in the game, and I need to alt tab a bit. Alright, so then we come here. What do we need to do? Well, this one you just leave it as it is, and the second one you put in your username, that the one you use when you signed up to the game, and then over here you put in your password like so, and you press enter. Now, I've got 3 accounts. This is Lady, and Lady will be my YouTube account, and then I've got Lady of Games. That one is my main account, and then I've got another backup which is called The Lady. We get a loading screen, and this is of the starting lake, or tutorial lake as we call it. So underneath it loads, and there we are. And a couple of things that you guys can see. Let me bring this up so I get my cursor. So here we see escape, F1 and Q. Escape. I can show you guys. Right. Oh wait, I've put that one back. So this is like a menu where you go to, for instance, this shows your catches, this shows your skill, crafting, making ground bait, friends or folks that are online, messages, the weather. So this is of today, and this is for the upcoming days, and this is the current weather, and this is today, and so forth, so on. And let's see, this is the lake where we are at, and these are the other lakes. I'll explain those later on. This is the map. I think this is, yeah. So this here shows your your key bindings and things like that. I'll go over that later on as well. And this is your logout button, the red one. So if you press escape, you'll get this. Now if you press F1, here we again get our key bindings. And if you press Q, you open the chat. So this is the chat room. Here it says free. It means that currently there are 3 folks with me here in the chat. Everyone gets on multiple servers. So currently I am on the server with Ravus and Black Rain. So this, what is it? Crooked Lucky 4 and the AT means chat. This means who are with you on the server, and then here we've got private messages. So that is what that does. Alright, I had hoped the tutorial to pop up for me, but it does not. We recently had an update and the tutorial didn't show up. Anyways, what you get when you start the game for the very first time is that here on top, what you'll get is a black horizontal bar, and it says a message in Russian, but you can actually make out some stuff. For instance, what I will show is WASD, and it will show F. So what does WASD do? Well, that just means walking. And if you move your mouse around, that is actually your head moving, and your body, you move it with WASD. It says that you have to stand on the dock here. And F, now currently it is in the afternoon, but F, guys can hear the click. There you go. F means your flashlight. You turn it on and you turn it off, because actually when you start this tutorial it will be in the middle of the night, and we can do some night fishing. Then what it says is you have to press I. Here we go. So this is our inventory, as you guys can see, and we will have to assemble our rod. So you click on the rod, which is a Telestick TL16, and then here we've got some things going on, and we need to assemble the rod. So you click on the first plus, and that means line. You click on the line, you press OK. Now we've assembled the line. Here it says some info: 5 pound, 120 meters, 0.80 millimeter line. There's a force of 2.3 kilogram, and it's worn out 0%. You can also see the same if you hover over with your cursor on the eye. It shows you the exact same thing. Next up is our bobber, the Bob Original 4G, meaning 4 gram. Then we need to choose a hook, so we can use hook number 16 or number 14. 14 is a bit bigger than 16. We'll do the 16. And last but not least, we need to choose bait. I think in the tutorial it refers to having to put rainworms on it, so we'll put rainworms on it. This is the name of the bait, this is how much gram it is, and this is the amount that you've got. So we'll click on that and we press OK, and now we're done. We do not need the final plus. Once you've done that, you need to press this button, BPYKN, and it means equip. So we'll do that, and there we go. Now, when you do the tutorial, you get another pop-up above stating minus and plus. And what does it do? Well, here you guys can see when I press minus, our leader will go down, and when I press plus, our leader will go up. Currently, the game is in a metrical system. I am not aware if there is an imperial system or if they are working on it. I will get back to that later on in one of my later videos. But we need to press plus until it gets to 100 centimeters or 1 meter. So that is 82, 91, 97, 98, 99, 1. There we go. And once we've done that, you get another pop-up saying that you need to press your left mouse button, and there will also be a green circle over here. Now you can press your left mouse button and you can just quick tap it, but also the longer you hold it, the further you can cast. It will also show a number. It goes to actually 122%, and that means you're throwing it out with as much force as you've got. So we'll just do like 35%, and that will be fine. And once you've done this, you get another pop-up that states that you have to press Z, and Z means zooming in, and if you press Z again, you zoom out. So you press Z, and now you wait. You wait until you get a fish on. I hope it will work a bit fast with me. Otherwise this tutorial is going to be long and we are already at 15 minutes. I'll try to keep my tutorials as short as can be, but also I do want to make sure that I put in every info that you guys need to know. So sometimes my tutorials might not last like 15-20 minutes, they can be like 30 minutes. But I'll definitely make sure that my tutorials are not an hour. Will not do that. These are tutorials I also do. Will also make a let's play videos. But I'll also stream the heck out of this game because it's so awesome. Alright, I can see that we've got some movement going on with our bobber, as you guys can see. And there it is. Now we need to wait until the bobber goes under, or if the bobber goes up and then it lays flat on top of the surface. That also means that we've got a fish. And this one is taking a bit of its time. You see now the bobber goes up a bit, but no, goes back in the water. So we're not gonna strike yet. Now strike is pretty simple. Left mouse button and you keep it pressed. There we go. Now underneath you guys can see an indicator. And here we are. Those messages mean that I just hooked my first fish. It was an achievement, hooking your first one. And this is also the biggest one that I've hooked so far. This is actually a golden crucian carp. This means carp. I believe this means crucian. And then here we've got 648R. And R means gram. So 648 gram. Then over here we've got experience 120, and our skill in bobber fishing has gone up by 0.2% and now is a total of 0.2%. We've got also the option to keep the fish or to release it. Now I strongly suggest you keep the fish because we can sell our fish and this is our main source of income. So that is what we need to do. Now if you press left mouse button and you roll it a bit, as you guys can see, you can turn the fish, and if you use your mouse wheel, you can actually zoom in on it. Now that looks like one massive fish. Alright, so we are going to keep this one. When you got the tutorial, it states that you need to catch another fish. But I'll skip that for now, for the sake of the length of this video. But you'll just cast out again, and then wait until you caught another fish, and then we'll move on. Excuse me about that. Alright, so once you've done that, you get another message stating actually, and that was in the beginning for me, it was quite a bit not clear enough, but we actually need to go to the next lake. And to do that, we press escape, like so, and we click on this, and then we click on this one, O3 Co-Map and who. O3 does not mean lake number 3, it actually means lake. And someone said to me that this means mosquito, so Lake Mosquito is where we need to go. So we'll press this button, that means that we are traveling to that lake. We need to wait until it loads. We need to wait a bit longer. And this, of course, in time will go smoother. But then there we are. So this is the other lake, lake number 2, or Lake Mosquito, as the name is. And what we need to do then is we'll go over here. You can actually, if you keep your left shift pressed while walking, you can actually run. You walk over here, and here you can see a box with that fish in it, or just fish in it. You press E button. We'll get this one, you click on it, and you sell it. There we go. So we just sold our first fish, 1 silver and 4 cents. Currency in game is silver, premium currency is gold. But with silver is what we get. And then here you can already start fishing, so you can go on this dock. And yes, we've got a boat, I'll explain about that later. But you grab your rod, like so. Yes, we want to equip it, and you can already cast out and keep on fishing. 1 meter, the way it already is, that is perfectly fine to catch a bunch of small carp over here, and some common roaches. There's tench, there's chubs, there's pike, there's perch, there's bass. There are a whole bunch of fish that you can get. Goby heads, gobies. Alright, so you could already do that, but let me quickly show you guys the basics. So this is where you sell your fish, and then over here we've got a small house, and this one sells actually boat licenses. So you need a license to take the boat out on the lake. It needs a bit of time to load. I'll just wait a second until it's loaded. There we go. This means a boat license for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and 5 days. And here's the price in silver. Note that these are in-game days. So not like with Fishing Planet where it's real life, here it is in-game days. So if we purchase one right now at 1740, it means that 24 hours from now in-game and next day 1740, I need to have brought the boat back. Alright, moving on. This shop, the one that says 24 and a Mazazu, something like that. I've got no idea. It actually is the supermarket. And here we can purchase all kinds of things. So a BCE, this is something that you'll see in every store. That means showing everything. So here we've got food. So we've got loaves of bread, you got sugar ducks. You got something like tuna. This is coffee. This is dry sausage. I believe this one was tea. If it's not, then it's glue wine. Then one of the other things is tea. And then we've got some garlic and so forth and so on. Over here you got the non-alcoholic drinks. Do not know what that one is. This is Coca-Cola, of course. Monkey Cola. And then over here we've got booze. So you got beer and you've got vodka and that kind of stuff. I'll talk about this in the next upcoming videos. Just want to show you guys what everything is. So we did that. Onto our second house, and here you can see these two red signs. And what you can purchase is actually a map of the lake. So we already got a map from the first lake, but we do not have a map of this lake. So I would suggest for you to purchase it. Next to that, we've got an ATM. And what this ATM does is it allows you to swap silver for, it allows you to swap gold for silver. So if we want to purchase 50 silver coins, we need to put in 49 cents of gold. 45.50 gold gives you 5,000 silver. And then over here, this house, this one is actually what you guys are gonna love the most. This is the fishing store. So we've got the rods here. So here are the static rods. Over here we've got bolos or Bolognese rods, which are the bigger version of the static ones. Over here we've got, what was this again? Oh yeah, spinning. This is spinning gear. Over here we've got some heavy dynamic. I think this was towards not feeder. Drop shot. That's that. Over here we do have our feeder rods. Moving on, we've got our pickers, and here we've got our match rods, and then we've got some heavy jerks, and then we've got some carp. Now as you guys can see, the prices are quite severely on gear, and you start with 50 silver. I cannot stress enough to not blow everything out on gear immediately right from the start. Please do not make that mistake. it is fishing is you can casual fish. You can fish like you can play this game for like 30 minutes and then move on to do whatever it is that you want to do. But most fish that you'll be catching will reward you like 3, 4, 5 cents, sometimes 10 cents. It's the big ones and the trophies and somewhat say unique type of fish that are going to give you the most money. But you're not gonna catch them a whole lot. It's not like 5 minutes of fishing and you've got 5 trophies and say 50 regular ones. That's not how this game works. Fishing is not slow, don't get me wrong, but the making money is a bit slow in this game. So stick to your money. Watch my next video because then I'll explain what you need to do to start deciding on what you need to purchase. But stick on your money. Let's just go through these also. BCE means showing all, then the next one to that means rods. After that we get reels. After that we got line, so we got fluoro line, we got monofilament line, we've got braided line. It's all in there. These are plugs and jerk baits and spinners and spoons and soft baits, so worms and grubs and shats and all that kind of stuff. Next we've got bobbers. Even got, so this is the bobber that you start with, but even got bobbers with a light tip on it. It's awesome. Then we got hooks, all different types and shapes and sizes, as you guys can see. You can scroll them down. Jig heads, by the way, is here as well. Moving on, we got mini sinkers or lead, and then lead in all sizes and shapes. Moving on again, here we've got our bait. So we got regular worms, you got leeches, we've got grubs, maggots, bloodworms. This is bloodworms, by the way. We've got potato, corn, lettuce, apple, I believe this one was, cheese, semolina. We've got boilies. You got, I think this one was rotten meat, not entirely sure. By the way, do not be put off by the gold prizes here. Do not think that you cannot get it, because you can actually go out and search your own bait. So don't freak out yet because you see that a clam or a mussel is 2 gold. We can actually go and get them. We'll go do that later on as well. You've got some steel leaders. Obviously this is what we need when we go after, say, pike and stuff like that. We've got feeders, we've got match feeders, or method feeders, sorry. And we've even got this one that is, well, I find it so funny. I know what it is for, but it constantly reminds me of the Nerf gun that my son has. Here we've got the ingredients that we need for making our own ground bait. So you got attractors, we've got liquid attractors, and then PVA. And last but not least, we got a landing net, we've got crystal bats, binoculars, and then you got a lamp as well. So everything that you need for to be able to fish is what we can get from this store. And then 3 more things I think that I need to show you guys. First up is this over here. Now this is a food truck. I've got no idea if they're serving goulash or borscht or glieb or whatever, but if you go there, if you're hungry, here you can actually see 4 icons. I will talk about these later on as well, but this one means food, the one with the utensils. So if you're hungry and you press E here, once a day, once every 24 hours, you can actually eat from this one completely for free. On the maps after this one, you can no longer eat for free, but on this map you can. So make use of it. It's gonna save you some money. Then over here, we've got this other army vehicle type. We've got some nice paint on it, and here we can actually repair stuff. This means, by the way, repair. This is a P-month. But if we click on this one, we actually go to the shop, and here you guys can see that you can purchase stuff like, for instance, a shovel. And with a shovel, you can go into the woods and you can search for worms and maggots and all that kind of stuff. You've got a fillet knife, and you can cut up fish that you just caught and use it as that bait for catching other type of fish. This is what you actually need to craft your own spinners and spoons. Then over here with this one we can get catch our own clams and mussels and use those as bait. Yet again, we've got a bunch of molds and stuff like that, and some more knives. One of them actually helps you not only cutting open the clams, because you need it as well, and cutting fish, but other things as well. Here we've got materials, so you got sandpaper, different kinds of color, paint, so a lot of stuff that we can do and that you do not need to purchase. Like you do not need to purchase a already made spinner. You can make it yourself. So that is what we can do over here. Second to last thing that I'll be getting to, this is a cafe. Currently it is not working. I think that they are actually saving this one up for quests and tournaments, because that is what currently the developers are working on, next to having this game translated. Quests and tournaments are coming up to the game, so that is going to be awesome. And then finally over here we've got a small trail, as you guys can see. It's actually called Drunken Man's Trail. That's funny, or Drunken Man's Path. If you follow it like so, finally we come to a small camp. So we got a car, we got a tent, you got another car over there. If you walk towards that red what is it, that red entrance, you actually go back to the map. And over here we've got a campfire. Now like I said, I will go over these four in the next video. But for now, what you need to know is this symbol, sun symbol, means comfort, and especially when it's raining, for instance, your comfort will go down. What you can do is you can go to this campfire, you press E, and it will actually light up a fire for you. So that, all in all, is it. Now, of course, we've got this lake over here. So the boat is over there with the house, and you can actually fish everywhere you like. You can just grab your rod and oh, that was my mistake. Grab your rod, throw it out, and then you are ready to fish. So this was the introduction to the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, there's so much stuff going on about this game that I need to make a heck of a load of videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this first video, and hope you guys are going to be just as excited as I am about this game. This game is awesome. So yeah, if you got any comments, any questions, feel free to leave them below the video. Like I said, I'll put the link to the website on in the info details underneath this video as well. And well, I'll be streaming this game as well, so if you do not follow me yet on Twitch, come on, hop over and come and say hi to me whenever I'm online. More details about my Twitch channel you can find below as well. As always, do not forget to like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video about Russian Fishing 4. Have a good one, folks. Bye bye.